I think for the first 30 seconds, we should just watch Scott eat soup.
All right, it's almost done.
And slurp it in the microphone.
Oh, yes. Why not? It's like we're back in the blue box. Yep, there he goes. Awesome. All right, I'm going to start us up and I can't believe Scott muted his slurping. Welcome to This Week in Geek. It is July 31st, 2018, and we're making it up tonight. Let's introduce ourselves. I'm Rob Southgate. You can follow me on Twitter at @RSouthgate. You can follow the show at SMG_TWIG. And you can also find us on Facebook at This Week in Geek. And Chris, why don't you go?
Good. I'm Chris Mao. I can be found on Facebook, all social media at Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176, and also at GeeksCon with a Z.
GeeksCon.
We're hip hop.
Yeah, sure you are. Alil, since Scott's still wiping his face and slurping, go ahead, Alil.
I'm Alil Kanitsa. You can find me at the League of Geeks podcast, as well as this and other shows. And you can follow me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ.
And Scott, how about you?
I'm Scotty Smurf, and you can find me on Tumblr and Twitter as Scotty Smurf. And you can also reach me through the Facebook page. I do some posting there, and I'll see if anybody has a question.
I thought you did stuff on Grindr as well.
We're starting hot. It's coming in hot.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
You don't want Alil's on there with you because it's under Spider Ham.
Don't mess with Spider Ham.
Yeah, he's looking at pork. Okay, so
Spider Ham.
This one's going to be a little bit different because, you know what? We're going to just break the show. We got to figure out how we're going to do this show going forward because the news, there was like no news this week.
There was a Star Wars casting.
Oh, I guess there was a little bit of news. Yeah.
A new Venom trailer.
Did you guys watch the trailer?
I did.
What'd you think?
Scott, were you going to say something?
No, sorry, I didn't get a chance to see it.
He was swallowing his soup again.
I was cooking earlier, so I didn't get a chance to see the trailer.
Well, that was pretty loud.
Sorry.
Let's see. So the Venom trailer.
This was trailer number 3. Chris, did you see it?
No.
Perfect. Excellent. Everybody's up to speed. So, Alil, you and I saw it. I want to know what you thought.
I don't like the voice. I could barely understand what he's saying.
I hated the voice.
Venom, but I also think we're still months out and they can fix the ADR, but they never really fixed it for him as Bane as well. So I don't know what it is with Tom Hardy playing characters you can't understand.
No, I loved him as Bane, though. I loved that.
I didn't love him as Bane.
It would be very painful for you. I love that. But for this, I thought it sounded, I don't know, it didn't match the character for me at all. And actually, it's funny because I have 2 thoughts about this trailer.
Eddie Brock doesn't match the character for me right
me
now.
Either.
Like him playing Eddie Brock and the little like sniveling, like
he's not going to be
myself
character.
caught and think like it's not Eddie Brock. So
he's not going to be that character.
I get it. Like this isn't a Spider-Verse Venom movie. You know, this isn't part of that.
No, this is something else.
And I don't like how.
Did you like the CGI? Did you like how it looked?
I like how Venom looks when he is just Venom. I think it's not terrible.
When the effects are interacting within the environment, he looks completely fakey bizarre.
Yes.
And once again, they could fix that. It could be just lighting effects in the final, edit that fix all of that.
It could be.
But right now, I'm like, ooh. But it's weird because it actually was more endearing to me this time. Remember on the last one, I wasn't sold. This time, partway through, I'm like, oh God, this looks awful. And then I started like actually kind of digging it and thinking of it as something not Spider-Man, not Marvel. It's like kind of its own thing. And I kind of dug when we saw the other the villain that he's going to be fighting. And I'm telling you, there's another villain in there too. When they show the thing moving in the box, that's a different color. I think it's going to be like
there's going to be multiple symbiotes.
Yeah, I think so
symbiotes, as they say.
Symbiotes, yes. I didn't think the effects looked very good. I thought it looked pretty cheesy, but that could be a good time. I kind of like the tone this time, which I didn't like before. But his voice sucks.
It does, and that joke when he eats the dude and then he looks at the lady behind the counter. He's like, "I've got a parasite." I'm like,
not good.
Cringe. I'm like, I mean, I get where they're going. I get, that they're making the anti-hero movie. They're trying to find, the lethal enforcer, all that stuff. Like, I get where they're going. I just don't like how they got there.
Are you upset that it's not Spider-Man? Is that going to bother you?
Of course, it's going to bother me the whole time.
But is that going to be the deal breaker in your head, or are you going to? Because I was able to get past it watching this and go, it's not part of the Spider-Verse. It's a different thing. And they could very well do what DC is doing, and they could go, you know what? Now we've got Spider-Man back. We're going to do the Spider-Man movie, and look, here's our Venom. It's different, just like they're doing with the Joker. Could be.
Yeah. What is the reason for not including it in the bigger verse?
Via Rod was the reason.
Yeah.
Via Rod at Sony is the reason. Like he shoehorns everything in. He thinks he is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Making these movies, and he did it to Spider-Man 3. I don't know.
He was very much involved in that caused that train wreck, because he was like, we're going to get Venom in here. We're going to put Sandman in here. We're going to put, because originally it was supposed to be Sandman as the villain. They were going to tell like this tragic Sandman story.
Yep.
And instead, we had this weird musical thing. We had this, I don't know. And then the Sandman story became garbage. It had a cool effect, but there was no story.
Well, right. Well, because they wasted all the time on the effects, and then they had a shoehorn in multiple stories. So because you got the Harry Osborn Goblin story, you've got
which was dumb. It wasn't even the right. Like, they should have done the Hobgoblin story.
Why? The Hobgoblin's not Harry. I mean,
I can't remember.
No, he turned into.
Did Harry turn into Green Goblin or Hobgoblin?
Yeah, he turned into Green Goblin. Yeah.
Okay, they could have done that.
That leads,
and maybe done the costume right instead of that weird techno. We're way past that though. They're not going back to that. It's not DC. They're not going to try to rekindle the Tobey Maguire years. Although it is Sony, they could. I would not be surprised if Sony, going forward, as they start screwing up the Spider-Man thing more and more, before they finally figure out that they have to sell him back to Disney, that they finally do like a live-action Spider-Verse movie, and they bring back Tobey Maguire, they bring back whatever his name is in the last one, Andrew Garfield. They get Topher Grace and this Venom and Tom Brady or Tom Hardy, whatever his name is. That would be their Spider-Verse.
Tom Brady.
Cool.
I would see it. I would go see it.
I'd go see it.
I would go see it too, and it kind of sucks. I'm so excited now that I said it.
We'd have a rolling sausage party to go see it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm in my head. I just ordered the Blu-ray. They really need to make this.
The beta.
The beta. Then I can borrow my dad's machine. He's got a beta. Am I the only one that was old enough to have beta? Chris, you had a beta.
Well, I'm older than you, of course. We did not have one, but I used one. So
you used one. Oh,
we did not.
You couldn't use one.
We did not break into the video until we got a VHS.
All right.
Off of a truck from somewhere.
We were early adopters, man. We got on that beta thing and we're like, we hear there's this thing VHS coming out. No one's going to go for that. Yep. It's just like I have an HD DVD player. Now, I knew that they were going Blu-ray, but I got it for $5. Boom.
Yep. There you go.
$5. I got a bunch of movies for nothing. Why not?
And you still haven't watched them. So what's
I bought them both at full price because I wanted them both.
Yeah.
I did not.
That's how a little rolls.
That's right.
That's how it used. That's how it used.
Big money.
Hey, speaking of Topher Grace,
I spent $1,000 on my DVD player when I got it.
Oh, wow!
I won my first one
because I got it like the first week they came out.
You want to hear the story on this?
No,
DVD had just come out, right? It was this like big thing contest where you could go online, and this is like dawn of the internet too, right? You could go online and you could do a movie quiz about indie film. Well, at the time, I was way deep into that. I was like part of the IFP up in Minnesota and everything. So it was like, indie film, this is my thing. So I go on and I'm all excited. It's got 30 questions. Wow. I answer all 30. I got a 29 out of 30 on the score.
Wow.
I won. So I call because it had a number on there and it said call for winner. I mean, this is like really before you could even enter your information on the internet, you know? So I call to tell them where to send it. And the guy says, oh, you're the one that won the DVD. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, you know, I got to tell you, that contest, there was something broken about it. It was supposed to put one question a day, but on the first day, it popped all 30 questions in, and you answered all 30 in like 2 minutes. And you got a 29. They're like, you won it before anybody else had a chance. There was no way we were going to give it to anybody else. I'm like, that's awesome.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, that was super cool.
That is neat.
So that's how I got my DVD player. Didn't have to spend $1,000.
No, geez. No, I waited until they were down to a few hundred, but I actually bought DVDs before we had the player.
Of course. I had Laserdiscs before I had a Laserdisc.
That's kind of sad.
I've like lost volume there for a second. Like everything went real quiet. It was weird.
Oh, what was the first DVD you watched when you got your player? When it was like, this is new technology. Because there's always that thing you like, we just set up the TV the first time. I'm going to watch Star Wars, or I'm going to watch, what was your movie?
Well, none of those movies were out. Like literally there was five DVDs out when I bought my DVD player.
So what did you watch?
It came with Twister, and then I took that and I returned it because I never cared for it. And then I bought
Garbage Pail Kids the movie.
No,
that didn't come out on DVD until like a couple years ago.
You have the director's cut, don't you, Scott?
Not quite. No, but like Blade Runner.
He's almost there in his catalog to Garbage Pail Kids the movie. Just wait till he gets there.
I don't have Garbage Pail Kids the movie in my catalog. I'm trying to think what was the first movie I watched, because
mine was
none of my staples were out at that point. I want to say it was.
Was it a bad movie?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like a movie that you would like buy a DVD player for. Like,
right. It wasn't like
movie.
some big action movie or sci-fi movie, something with a lot of.
I want to say it was like Friday or or The Wedding Singer. One of those two.
Whoa!
Those were within my first 10 DVD purchases. That's when
Billy Idol is right.
That's when New Line was putting out DVDs like in the different cases, like they were like paper cases, but they were like that.
Brings you to mind. The first one I watched was a New Line because it was in that paper case. I watched the first Austin Powers.
Oh yeah,
I hadn't seen it, and I don't remember how I got it, but it was the first one that I got. And I'm like, this is what I'm putting on, and I got everything hooked up, and we put that on, and it was like, this movie's hilarious. And then we went and saw the second one was out at that time. That tells you the time frame.
Okay. Yeah. My first one was Tomorrow Never Dies. Ooh. So Pierce Brosnan's second one. And that was the one that I bought like a couple of months before I got the player, because they released it in a limited edition silver cover art. It was all silver with the thing, it was just paper. It wasn't embossed, but it was, real pretty thing. So that was my very first DVD.
Is that the one with Bambi, the nuclear scientist?
No, that's the next one. The world is not enough.
Okay.
No, this has Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, this is the one where he does the parking garage thing. Remember when he drives? Yeah, he drives the car in the parking garage from the back seat.
Right.
And he's got his like. It wasn't even a phone at that point. They didn't have that technology.
Right. It was like a little PDA or something.
Yeah. Now it would be I've got an app on my iPhone. Q, set me up with this.
That's right. Your car could automatically drive there without.
Yeah. Elon Musk comes in and programs it, and off you go. How about you, Chris?
I can't remember then. I have no idea.
So
I mean, I remember getting one, but not being. I don't know. I had like a zillion VHSs, so getting it was okay, and I really don't. I don't remember.
Okay.
I did too, because I was collecting movies, and then I bought everything I own on VHS on DVD. At one point, I had every movie that had come out. I used to go every Tuesday to Tower Records and just buy everything.
We did the same thing at Costco. When Costco had, back then, they would be like $10 cheaper at Costco, and we bought everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember paying $40 for Clerks.
Kevin Smith is happy.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Although I had that director's cut version, not director's cut, but the Laserdisc that had the commentary track.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, when the DVD came out, I don't think it had the original cut didn't have the commentary track, and then they did like a Criterion that did. There was something like that. There was something weird about it because I remember that my Laserdisc, like the value went super high on it at one point.
I don't remember.
The commentary track sucks too, because that's the one where they're like drunk through the whole thing. So like Jason Mewes falls asleep during it. It's like
no way.
Yeah.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
So when did they come out?
When did DVDs come out?
Yeah.
It was spring of 1997.
There you go. That makes sense.
It's
and that's
21 years.
That's when Austin Powers 2 came out too.
No, that one came. Austin Powers 1 came out in 97, and 2 came out in 99.
Yeah, Rob, get it. Rob.
I didn't get mine in 99. I had it way before that. So I must have gotten
not 97.
I must have gotten Austin Powers in 98.
Mm-hmm.
But it took you a year to figure out how to.
Because I was
on
working
your computer or your TV.
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. And like the internet at that point was so funky. You know, like I had a website and we took our zine that we were making and I made a website out of it. And I went to the Mall of America. We were living in Minneapolis. And I took a class that the local web server, it wasn't like, you know, now everybody has Comcast. There was like, you had to pay for CompuServe or whatever. And they had like a thing at the Mall of America and we could go in and learn basic HTML.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, okay, this is going to help me make this website. And it was terrible. The person didn't know what they were talking about. And I went right down to the bookstore and bought HTML for Dummies. I still have it on my shelf. And it's like a little, it wasn't even the big fat one. It was just like a little pocket guide. I wrote that website. I used that even in that same pocket guide when I was in my bachelor's program. I had to take, I was doing all business stuff and I thought, you know what, I should be able to speak to web designers and that. So I took 2 web design classes, which were awful. They didn't teach you anything about web design, but they had to use Dreamweaver. And I went in there and I couldn't manipulate it as much as I wanted. So I cracked out that little HTML book and I changed all this stuff. And the teacher was like, what did you do? How did you do this? It's like magic. And it was like, this was a dumb HTML book from 98, 97, something like that. Yeah. Pretty funny. Funny to me.
Yeah.
And you had to get your own file transfer program.
Yeah.
So I would put pictures on. You had to put them on your computer. Then you had to go to Fetch, which was another program that would take that and put it on your site. If it was in the wrong place, you had to take it off and move the parameters and then fetch it back over there. It didn't hold anything. It was very weird.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
So Fetch.
It was Fetch.
Stop
you were like, what, 5th grade at that point?
No, I was in high school.
Did Chevy Chase do it personally? You just changed the name on the
Fetch.
Fletch. He's 6'2", 6'9" with the afro. He's Fetch. Oh wait.
Love your body, Larry. I still remember that scene when he's on the phone. Love your body, Larry.
Love your body.
That woman gives him the weird look.
Is that his best movie?
It's either that or Vacation.
Yeah, Vacation's pretty good.
Or Christmas Vacation.
Not that one with Demi Moore and
everything else is not that
Three
great.
Amigos is amazing.
No, it's not.
It's not nearly as good as Vacation. Or Fletch. Come on.
Or Fletch. Fletch 2 is awful. Even though Cleavon Little is in it, which does score you points. What was the one he did? He did those couple of them in the 70s. That one was pretty good. He did those couple of Goldie Hawn ones, but he did one that was like,
well, he's like Caddyshack, but you know his role was pretty bad.
Well, that
might be the best movie he's in, but not his best job.
Correct. No. So speaking of that, this week I was filming at the Harold Ramis Film School.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was cool. You go in there, it's got like posters from the different Harold Ramis movies. You saw the Caddyshack stuff was up, and it was just really cool. In fact, I'm thinking I might actually, when I finish my master's in December, I might jump right in and do the year-long film school program.
Wow.
Because you know what?
How old can you be and go to school?
You know what? That could, but what a regret. If I'm like, then all of a sudden I'm like 60 and I'm going, I'd really like to have done that. Why would I do that? Why not jump in and
You're
go
almost
for
there.
I would graduate. If I finished the program in that time, I would be 51 when I finished. Why not? I said a master's by 50. That's going to happen.
By 50 didn't happen.
By 50. I'm 50.
But by 50 means right before you turn 50.
Oh.
It doesn't mean master's at 50.
At
When
50.
I'm 50. Okay. Who says
By
it by
50, you were short. You failed.
Epic failure.
Hey, Lil,
Yeah.
master's by what for you?
Oh.
What do I need a master's for?
So much reading.
What's that?
But I know you want to be. I know
job.
you want to make movies. So when is that happening? I'm putting the light on him.
I got work.
You got work.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'll go to film school and then you can work with me and that'll get you there. Because I want to drag a little along with me everywhere.
You can be best boy.
He is always best boy.
I don't know what that means, but
I want to be polygrip on your credits.
Oh, 3 more years and you're there, Chris.
Maybe closer than you think. Who knows?
Yeah, he's probably there already. He's gonna whip up his ARP card. Look at this, boys.
Hey, you got one in the mail. Don't lie.
I didn't sign up. No, actually, I didn't. Martha got 2.
Oh my God.
They had her name on both of them. I'm like, yeah.
That's because they know you can't do it, so they give it to her spouse.
You're not gonna live long enough to be able to use this thing.
No.
Plus, they give you the senior discount anyway because they feel sorry for you. That's what it says.
You get the special discount. That's nice.
So yeah, I think I'm going to do that Harold Ramis thing. I think that's cool.
How long is that, and what is that?
1 year. It's 1 year.
Right, 1 year of what?
But what does it get you? Like, so you do the Harold Ramis thing, and like, I guess
you just start recording stuff.
Well, here's what it gets you. Number one, I was on the set of this thing. I was acting in it, right? All the people that are in this program, they all work on each other's films. They all start doing this stuff, and like they're all like jumping into the next directing thing, the next producing thing. All I want to be able to do is produce, direct, and write. I mean, those are all things that lead to what I've been leading to my whole life. Doing this, it gives you a core group of people that want to work with you and want to do this kind of thing. It's like, that's what you're really paying for.
It's the networking.
It's the networking.
So you're basically paying for your friends, is what you're saying.
No, you're paying for your crew.
Yeah.
I'm teasing you, though. That's cool. That's good.
Plus, you get access to equipment. Like Jack from Nuff Said went to broadcast school during his doctorate. You know that, right, Alil?
Yeah.
Do you know why he did that?
No.
Because he was a terrible broadcaster. No!
That's what you said, but yes.
Because that's what I said for sure. But it gave him access to other people that do this kind of stuff. It got him on the radio because he made a couple of connections and he had a show for a while. But it also, after leaving that program, he actually has access to equipment. So he's like, if I ever need to do something, if I ever want to do anything, and the school they went to has audio and video equipment. So he's like, I have access.
Wow.
Because I went to this school.
So you just go to the school and take the equipment? Like, I don't.
You sign it out. You can sign it out.
They just let you have it? Like,
so it's a lot cheaper to get equipment that way than to go and rent it at a camera store.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what you're doing. And frankly, for me, I used to write a lot, but I always felt like I needed support. I needed other writers, people that do it, that could work with me on it. And I never had that. I was in a couple of writing groups, but most of the people I was in there with didn't know, they weren't at the level I was at. So it was hard to get constructive criticism or hard to like They were all trying to either be Quentin Tarantino or Kevin Smith, and none of them were. And it was like, well, can't we work on the writing element? And this puts you in an environment where, actually, I was talking to a couple of the people that are in it. They said a lot of this program is focused on the writing. You spend a lot of time writing. Well, I'll be done with school. Bring it on. Bring it on. I think it's cool.
No, I don't want to write.
It involves
no reading or writing. If it was collecting toys, Alil would be in.
Yes, you would, Alil.
Done.
Yeah. Well, see, but you got a project that I said I'd help you produce. This way, okay, now you got somebody with more experience that can grab stuff and help you make that a reality. So you don't have to take the classes. It's not your thing.
Yep.
You got 17 mouths to feed in that house.
Wow.
They are small, so you can feed them like baby birds. But, you know, eventually Alex is going to be like you. So
no, I doubt it. He doesn't eat Jack.
And you do. That was a very
I do like Frosties.
Poor oh god.
Did you see Jack? He was just here.
Well, I missed him, but yeah, he lost a ton of weight. I saw
he Clooney'd it. What the hell?
I don't know.
He's still Jack.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's still Jack. He just doesn't go for Frosties anymore. He kept talking about how the old him, like as we're driving around, he's like, the old me would have needed to stop and get, you know, a couple of donuts and coffee. Jack, are you alluding to the fact that no, I don't do that now? Like, the old Jack is still knocking at the door.
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
But
once you're fat, the fat kid
him,
always
man.
talks to you, man. That's all I got to.
I'm proud of him. And while he was here, he went to a Tim Robbins thing, and he came back and he was like
Anthony
crying.
Robbins, you mean?
Yeah, whatever he is. Tim Robbins? Yeah, Anthony Robbins. Tim Robbins. He'd come back and he was like all
he was at Shawshank.
He said, and to Dufresne. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome seeing Jack. I wish we could have gotten everybody together. So what else happened this week? The Marvel Disney Fox thing got approved.
It looks like it's done.
Yeah. So
wow, did you actually say that a little?
Looks like it's done. Well, you know, I don't want to ever jinx it. You know,
as you said, until the ink is dry. But everything's approved. All parties are in agreement. I mean, come on. Even the shareholders are on board now. You're done.
They vote, and that was one of the things I was worried about because there's rumors that some of the shareholders were getting together to file suit to stop it.
It was, from what I understand, it was one guy, and he wanted the cash, and he was going to try and query this entire deal because he wanted cash.
Well, but Disney put it in there that they could have either or.
I think that's what made it go through.
Probably, but it's probably why it stopped, because like when they upped the ante to the 71 and change, it was stock and cash because of that, because there were people that would have voted to take the cash out option.
Right.
Oh, sure, that would be.
Right.
That's got to be a huge payday for some of those people. So,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So how long before we see X-Men start filtering in? How long before we get a Fantastic Four movie? How long before they make these announcements? Because you know it's coming. You know it's coming.
I don't know. I mean,
Miles, tell us so we can do it. It's awesome.
They're going to start announcing, I would say, within a year at the very latest. 6 months, we'll probably see the first announcement of something. When is D23?
It'll be next summer.
That's when we're going to get the announcement.
My guess is that they won't announce anything until after Infinity, after Avengers 4.
Which would be when D23 happens.
Yeah, probably.
But I would not be surprised if we didn't get some kind of after credit thing that showed either X-Men or Fantastic Four. Although they're going to have to recast everything.
I was going to say, are they not able to fold in the existing X-Men? I
don't think they want to.
No. So did you guys hear about that?
They'll reboot all that.
The movies might be pulled. The ones,
New Mutants and the new X-Men. They said that they've tracked so poorly that there's actually rumors that Disney's going to pull them. Like they're not even going to mess around with these. They were completed.
Really?
But there's
lots of reshoots.
Yeah, they were testing them. There were a lot of reshoots because they tested so low. And they're saying that, like, to fix the X-Men one, to fix the Dark Phoenix movie, it would basically cost what it would to make a new one. Yeah. They're going to Disney's going to double down their money in it to get something that doesn't fit in the continuity of what they're going to build.
So are they going to bring Ron Howard in and do it?
Yes. Yes.
I feel bad for him because what he did was really pretty good, I thought, in Han Solo. But
don't start a Lil.
It was great. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
A Lil hated it.
Sorry, Lil. I had to. It was there.
So terrible. So terrible.
I'm going to watch it. I can't wait to see it.
Venom might be better.
No, it's not.
No way. That's really, if that's the case, yikes.
Yeesh.
There's
speaking of Star Wars, do we want to touch on the casting news?
Yeah, that's what you started with. What is it?
Casting news. Everybody's back.
Everybody's back, including Carrie Fisher. They went back and found apparently a lot of footage of her from The Force Awakens that was reshot. They had reshot some and they hadn't used all of it. Apparently, they'd used Ryan Johnson had said they used almost all of her stuff for The Last Jedi, so they didn't have anything there. But Abrams went back and found, I guess, a bunch of stuff in the cans that didn't get used of her, and they're able to use that, to at least give her something.
They said they weren't going to do it, so why are they doing it?
No, they're not going to. They said they weren't going to recast or use CG.
Right.
So this is actual shot footage that they did for The Force Awakens that just didn't get used, and they were able to repurpose that in some way to, at least give her something to say in the last movie.
It'll be like that Bela Lugosi one where he died during production, and they used a different actor who just came in and covered his face. So Princess Leia have her face covered.
Was that Ed Wood? He died.
No, but Ed Wood is the one that directed it. The movie Ed Wood is about the director Ed Wood.
Oh, okay.
Ed Wood was a real director, and he made a movie. I can't remember the name of the one where Bela Lugosi died, but he's the one that made Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Bela Lugosi died during the filming. It might even be of that one. And they're like, we're already too deep into this thing. He just got another actor who was taller and didn't look anything like him, and he made him come in and put his arm over his face so you just see his eyes, like Lugosi as Dracula, and that was it.
Yikes!
Well, it won't be that.
I was worried about quality. No, they won't do that.
I mean, I just think it's so bizarre that they're going to repurpose footage from at that point, like a movie almost 5 years prior.
Yeah, they'll touch it up. They'll make her look like she did in the last film.
It's just going to be bizarre. And
you know what would be great is if they took the Porkins dying scene and put her face on it, and then that would be perfect.
Oh my God. Jeez. What the hell, man?
Don't speak ill of my father.
I won't. I'm giving him some credit, man. Let's bring him back.
Hello. I am your father. Are you going to eat that?
I can't wait till they reach out to me and they need the Son of Porkins.
Oh my gosh. I want to make that.
That could be your project, Son of Porkins.
That's why I'm going to film school, to make the Porkins story with you.
Can I do Darth Vader's voice? Come on.
You can be Porkins Jr., like Carl Jr.
Sure. Carl's Jr. I'll be eating.
Are you going to open a restaurant?
You've gone on to open a bunch of fast food chains across the galaxy.
Nice.
Porkins Jr. Fried chicken and stuff would be awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Fried pork.
Porkins.
My son will not be happy with me if I fry a pork.
Porkins special.
The only thing they needed to do was have Chewie just bite the head off of one. That would have been perfect.
Oh,
I hear they are Chewy.
Too late.
Yeah. So anyways, some of the other names coming back are, the main ones: Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Lupita Nyong'o, Domhnall Gleeson, Kelly Marie Tran. So you're going to bring Rose back.
Everyone.
One name jumped out: Richard E. Grant, who was the Doctor twice. He was in Curse of the Fatal Death. Then he did the voice for the animated Doctor Who special called Scream of the Shalka. He was the 9th Doctor after in the wilderness years between the McGann movie and then the reboot. So they did an animated film, and Richard E. Grant played the Doctor in that. That you know, was of course supplanted by Chris Eccleston, but
they stole liberally. Excuse me, I can't even say it. They took a lot of those BBC. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, there's a ton of Doctor Who people in Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
you know, they're all the same British actors. So they have
Losk's costume is from Doctor Who.
Right, yes. I remember that. Yeah, one of the spacesuit.
And they still use it to this day. Something similar to this day. In a David Tennant episode, they used it. So
yes.
Oh wow.
Huh. Yeah. So that's cool.
That BBC. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Scott, did you see that they did a London Comic-Con, and this is like the first or second Comic-Con that Christopher Eccleston has done as the Doctor, because he started doing it. And so they have pictures of him meeting Matt Smith and hugging and like talking.
I didn't hear this. Where did he show up? In London?
They were both at this Comic-Con. It was a huge.
Wait, but is it the one in London?
It's the one in London, and they got.
That's where David Duchovny was this last weekend.
They had Tennant, they had Smith, they had Capaldi, and Christopher Eccleston all there.
Wow!
And this is the first time they said that Matt Smith and Christopher Eccleston had met, and then it was also the first time that Capaldi and Eccleston had met since Capaldi had been the Doctor. And they said they didn't see him and Tennant meet, but I think Tennant and Eccleston have worked on projects before. I saw the video. So there's like people like just shooting, you know, with their iPhone, getting a quick video of them hugging and just passing by, and you know, everybody freaking out about it. You know, it's really nice to see Christopher Eccleston.
I'm surprised a certain Chris Mao didn't like jump on a plane.
If I would have known that, I would have been there. I want to meet Eccleston for that reason. So I'd like to meet David Tennant if he ever shows up again.
We're watching The Leftovers right now. Eccleston's in that. Have you seen that?
Great. He's great.
Oh my God, is he good in that show?
Really?
He's really good at that show.
Oh, so good. It's so bizarre, but what a great show.
So is the girl. I mean, they're all really good, but the girl who plays
the wife,
the second wife, not she's really good, and Nora's really good in it. So yeah,
Nora's outstanding.
Yeah,
great show. Really interesting.
Weird though. Oh my God.
Yeah, so bizarre.
It's like
no one hated. It's like reading a book.
It's like Lost on crack.
Hey, you know what I've been binging this week? Out of nowhere, I started binging those DC animated movies.
Oh, really?
I gotta say, I'm actually really enjoying these.
The early ones are good.
I watched Death of Superman. It was a good time. I didn't think I wasn't sure how I was going to react, and then I just watched Doom. Doom was pretty good. Flashpoint was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm enjoying these.
Did you hope it was Brandon Roth that got killed as Superman?
Poor Brandon Roth.
He wasn't bad. He just wasn't.
No, he wasn't. And now he's on Legends of Tomorrow. He's the Atom.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him on there. I like everything. What the hell? What the hell? So, anyone else got anything else? I'm ready to call it a quit for tonight. I'm tired.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's it.
Cool.
If you want to mix Magic with your D&D,
here it is.
There is Plane Shift Dominaria. So a couple years ago, Wizards of the Coast, they started doing a little booklet thing, usually just a download PFD of the latest Magic set, and they'll put some of the stats and things for playing with D&D characters.
Okay.
So they say it's not an official D&D expansion or anything, but if you want to do that out, it'll give you like a layout of some of the creatures and the lands and stuff. And they've done the last one.
It's pretty
close.
You
get a gelatinous cube. Eye of the Beholder. Bam!
Not quite, but close, yeah.
Because they own that. So in other systems, you can't use a Beholder because that's trademarked by WotC.
Well, they own both.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying outside of Wizards of the Coast, you can't have Iliads or Beholders or something else because they own the rights to those names.
Yeah, anything like that they've made that's not a classic fantasy trope, then you can't use. But
they can't own Bugbear and Knoll, but they can own a lot of other stuff, which is fine.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Scotty, we got his magic in. All right, I'm done. I thought this was a cool show. I enjoyed it. And I got to be mean to Alil, so he's going to pout. Right, Alil?
Hey,
no, I was watching the Cubs lose. So
I know you were. You were paying attention.
Can we announce that Deutschland is coming back? Deutschland 86 coming back in October. I'm excited.
Yes.
I got to tell you.
83.
83 was first. Yeah, 83.
Yeah,
so they come back as 86. So I'm excited. Sure.
Yeah, we'll bring back In Hoff We Trust. We'll put it on the 80s reboot feed. We still have that up.
What is it? What is that? A band?
No, it's a German TV show about the wall in Berlin. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris and I had a blast doing that show. Yeah.
Have you seen Atomic Blonde, Scott? I know that's a crazy question. No? Okay.
No. We've been catching up on something. Rob,
it's not Marvel.
He does have Barbed Wire on DVD now. So
Barbarella. Only 50 years old.
What did I recommend?
Schitt's Creek.
Oh, it's so good.
It is. It is really fun. It's a little uneven at times. It goes up and down, but
David is too
when
much.
It gets good, it's really fun.
Who's
David is too much. It's Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara play the parents, and Eugene Levy's son plays David. He actually is the writer on it, and it's friggin' hilarious. And he is the best character.
Yeah, he's
and
a
Chris
really
Elliott's on it too.
Does Joe Flaherty make a appearance?
Not yet.
TV guys? No,
not yet. But what's her name did? I can't think of her name.
Andrea Martin.
Andrea Martin. Didn't she?
I didn't recognize her. She did.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe I'm thinking of another one from Saturday Night Live was on there though. Can't think of her name either.
Jane Curtin.
Jane, you ignorant. Okay. Yeah, Schitt's Creek is awesome. Great show. We just actually started season 4. We're about halfway through that. So
okay, cool.
All right.
Are those Christopher Guest or are they?
No, it's very different, and it's oh my god, it's really funny show. And David is just the best thing ever. Have you seen when he runs away and lives with the Amish?
Yes. They can't wait to get rid of him.
The Amish are so polite. They're still like, he's awful. Take him. That's awesome. All right. I'm done. Social media. Alil, give yours.
You can follow me on Twitter at LOGEEKZ. And check us out on Facebook at GeeksCon. Geeks with a Z.
Awesome. Yes. And everybody, if you're in the Chicagoland area, October 6th, 7th, go to Elgin, go to GeeksCon because it's awesome.
Right off the metro. Real easy walk right off the metro station.
Yeah, and you can stop at the Blue Box, see where, ground zero is for all this, and get some ice cream, coffee, and a sandwich.
All right.
And Scott, you want to give it?
I am on Tumblr and Twitter as Scotty Smurf. And the Facebook page, This Week in Geek, I like to post a lot on there. And if you have a question about anything, just give us a shout out and somebody will respond.
And what's your handle on Grindr? Never mind. Chris, go ahead.
It's DC, a little boy.
Scotty, not a Smurf.
Little blue guy.
Blue something else.
Wow. A little. Give the ugly look. I can be found at Blue Box Cafe or Blue Box Cafe 176 on social media.
And GeeksCon with his E. And you can follow me at rsouthgate or follow the show at SMG_TWIG. Find us on Facebook at This Week in Geek. Our website is southgatemediagroup.com. All of our shows, which is like 100 shows, are on there. We have new shows that are coming out. One of our shows, Midnight Matinees, just won an award for Best Scripted Horror recorded audio at the Now Hear This Festival, which is freaking incredible.
Nice.
That's like for audio drama, that's like an Oscar. So that is a huge deal. So congratulations to Bill. He's the one that actually won it for directing that. And Lance and Bill, who are the guys that brought that show to us. So congratulations to them and everybody involved. Let's see what else. I got a couple other things really fast. We have September 29th at the Blue Box Cafe. We have the 4th annual Southgate Media Group SMG podcast marathon. We've got an incredible lineup. We put a deadline for show submissions as of today, and it was like all these shows that we've never heard of came flooding in the last 2 days. There is some great new stuff coming. And then October 6th, competing with GeeksCon, but not, down at the Otherworld Theater in Chicago, we are running WHIP, the Women in Podcasting Festival. It's just a shorter thing, but it's all supporting and celebrating women in podcasting. I'm super excited for that. We've got, oh my God, the shows that are on that. I wish I could get them out to the podcast marathon at Blue Box, because there's some really great ones that are going to be on that. What else do we have, Chris? We have lots of events coming up at Blue Box.
We do.
Go to our website, and I'm fixing things now. When you go to the main page, on the upper right-hand side is going to be a drop-down or just a clickable calendar that'll have all the events that we do, plus anything that people within our network are doing, because they're all over the world. And some of them have started asking me about doing panels and doing events. We're going to put all that in. So if you're a fan of Jesse's, you'll be able to see him hosting panels at the things he does. He does a lot of panels. If you're a fan of, Jamie's with Radio Free Endor, he does meetups at Star Wars conventions and stuff. We're going to have all that on there. So you'll have a way to really interact with us. I think that's it. Oh, if you want to send an email, just send it to southgatemediagroup@gmail.com, and it goes to me. I will filter it out to whoever. So if you got something special for what Scotty Blue, what was the name of your Grindr account? Anyway, if you got a message for anybody, I'll send it on. Or if you want to talk about League of Geeks, I'll send it on to him too. Hey, Lil, liked the last episode of League of Geeks. It was really good.
I didn't listen, so I don't know.
I enjoyed it. Well, I know you didn't listen, but I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. So I always have a fun time with it, but I wanted to let you know I listened today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Was it like a 6-hour marathon? A little?
No, it wasn't that long.
It's like an hour and 40 or something.
Yeah.
How long did it take you guys to record it? 6?
No, we did it good because we also watched Mission Impossible. So nice. That's going to be released tonight. Scott's
on the first one from 1968.
Actually, I've seen the first Mission Impossible movie. I saw it in the theaters.
So did I.
I haven't seen any of the others.
You're missing out because
they're good.
3, 4, those are really good films. 2 is not
5 was good. 5 was all right.
Yeah, 5 was great. 5 was the last one, right?
This is a direct sequel. Not Ghost Protocol. 5 was
Fallout.
No, it was not. You threw me off. Ghost Protocol was 4. 5 was
Ghost Protocol was the last one.
Rogue Nation.
Oh, yeah. Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation was good. Really good.
Yeah, this is a direct sequel from Rogue Nation.
Oh, really?
Nice. Yeah, it's literally like ties in. So
we're gonna have to set up a rolling sausage party. Go to one of these. Go to a movie and invite people to meet up there. We got to figure out a good one.
That puppet movie. Well, you'd love that.
When is that coming out?
August 24th.
Nice.
We'll have to look and see.
Happy Time Murders.
Literally
I don't think Scott can handle the Happy Time Murders.
Between Molly and I, we have stuff like either filming or August 24th is the screening of the movie I just starred in, where I played a romantic lead who ate literally like 2 pounds of salami in one bite. It was impressive.
God,
I had to fist it and push it in my mouth and keep eating it. And then the characters are yelling like, "Take the salami," because it was supposed to be on a set. And they're going, "Get it out of your mouth." And then the guy came over, pinched my nose and started going like this. And I went, like I finished it. And he walked away, and then I started chewing again. And then another one came up, and I spit like a pound of meat into her hand. All in one take.
Why did you do this?
It was amazing. That was my part.
Oh God. Wow.
It's amazing. So we'll be doing a screening of that at the ArcLight Theater August 24th. So I'm excited to see that.
I want to see whose life you ruined in your romantic kiss. So.
Yeah. And my big first screen kiss, they're going to make a movie just about that, which...
You kissed a pizza. I saw it.
It's not that big a deal. The sausage, spitting the sausage was much more exciting. Fisting the meat plate. Wait till you see that. It's
how about you don't use that term?
Yeah,
it was disgusting.
Because that's the wrong.
Greasy in my beard and everything. I was disgusting.
That's your new grinder name. Fisting the meat plate.
Fisting salt.
I'll start saying that to the end of the shows.
That's his new band.
The meat plate.
That's his new production company.
Look what Scotty Blue. Follow Alil at I like
Awesome.
wieners with a Z. Follow Chris.
That was a line in the Happy Time Murders trailer when the puppet was like, "Pull out your wiener." I was like, I showed my son. I was like, "Hey, watch this." The Red Band trailer.
Hey,
He grabbed his phone and went, DCFS, what's the number?
When you wake up with your son standing over you with the knife, you're going to understand. We're going to go back.
Oh, please. We'll all understand when that happens. To Alil.
Why? He loves me.
Okay.
He'll wake up one day. Right now, he's an Alil. He's a sheeple for Alil. He'll wake up.
Wake up, sheeple.
He'll never wake
All right.
up.
I am done. That's it. Thank you for listening, everybody. We will see you. Well, most of us will see you next week. Not Alil.
Not me.
Until then, enough said.
Keep it geeky.